Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, as always, here on the Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, live every morning, 8 to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday. Jeff Iafrate, Adham, Beydoun, as always, the infamous jackass of the network joins us this morning in a different booth. It's nice to see you, buddy.
Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Very excited.
What was that?
Merry Christmas Eve.
Eve?
Yeah, because tomorrow's Merry Christmas Eve, or Christmas Eve.
Is that? And then, please don't tell me that's like a real thing people say.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
It's just fish. Fish is the fucking idiot, right?
I have heard some people say Merry Christmas
Thank you.
Eve.
That's the thing. Christmas Eve. New Rule likes Christmas Eve better than Christmas Eve
Jesus
or Christmas.
Christ. Shut up, Fish.
Fish, what did you just say before the show started? That
No. Not before the show started.
Had me appalled?
Yesterday he said it.
Okay.
All right? And we were not equipped to correct his dumbass at the time. This dumbass said that 4 billion people watched the World Cup, and he was talking shit about the Super Bowl before we started the show. So, dickface, just so you know, 19.7 million people watched
That's in America.
the World Cup in 2018. 4 billion
You're
people.
looking at American numbers.
Fish. 4 billion did not watch.
4 billion did not watch the World Cup.
It's all over,
Final.
everywhere.
Total sum, yes. The World Cup
That sounds
final,
about
no.
right. Yeah.
I gotta look it up again and fact check you. How do you not?
I don't know where the hell you're fact checking, but it's wrong. I promise you. If 4 billion people watch the World Cup, I will go out on Woodward naked right now, take off everything I have, lay on the floor for 5 minutes, and come back inside.
Then that's what you'll be doing today, then.
Oh, God. Here we go.
How many?
Here we go. We got a great show lined up today. Carolina Panthers, Detroit Lions tomorrow on Saturday. 1 p.m. We'll be live tomorrow, actually, for the Lions pregame show. Can't wait. That'll be fun as always. What Jared Goff has shown you coming up at 8:15, and what does that mean moving forward, right? I think we've had the conversation early on. It was, well, you should draft the guy. And then, well, no, you shouldn't. And then it was, his play is speaking for itself. And now you're at a point where these next 3 games, you're going to learn a lot about your team, your head coach, and your quarterback. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. Because what's the one thing I love more than anything, Jeff? Clarity. When I don't have clarity, when I don't have solutions for problems, it's not a good thing. I'm just stuck in the mud. So I can't wait to have that conversation with you. 8:30, DeAndre Swift. We have to talk about his impact tomorrow for the Lions. We'll go to the defense, of course. That's been top 5 in multiple categories over the last 4 or 5 games. Top of the hour, we'll give a full matchup breakdown between the two teams. And in the second hour, we have a few questions for all of you. So we'll go to you. We'll ask you guys what you think, of course. But we'll get the show started with a very, very positive, let's say that, a positive outlook.
Can I ask you something before we get into the Lions?
Go for it.
Did you see Zach Wilson last night?
Speaking of not positive,
my God.
I actually feel bad for him. And I don't like him. I didn't like him as a prospect. I thought it was a joke that he was taken number 2 overall. I think the Jets fell into the Malik Willis trap with Zach Wilson. Having said that, offensive line's brutal. It's banged up. There's no run game. But for some reason, when he's playing quarterback, they can't get anything right on offense. And it's mostly not even his fault.
Yeah.
Pre-snap, whatever happens, it's awful. And then a backup goes in, and he has much more success.
Yeah, I think he was either undrafted or they pulled him from the practice squad as well. But he's oof. Yeah, just had to bring that up because I know I saw a stat. The Jets are 1-5, and after watching last night, I'm like, man. And I saw Zach Wilson before the game talk about his performances, and he said, the worst is already behind me. He's like, so I'm not concerned about it.
and look at where we're at now.
And then I watched last night, and I'm like, I don't know. I think there's
You want me to be honest with you?
What's up?
He's done.
Yeah.
It's over. Yesterday was the last time you saw Zach Wilson with, quote, an opportunity to win over the future of the New York Jets. It's done. It's over. And if I was Robert Saleh, if I was the GM, and I was having a conversation with myself this morning, we have the defense to get to the playoffs. We have pieces on offense that can, I would say, allow us to make moves and at least be respectable, but we have a lot of work to do on offense.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts at quarterback. You got to get healthy on the O-line. You got to add another explosive receiver. It can't just be Garrett Wilson. You need a veteran wide receiver. So the Jets have a ton of problems, but
Just had to bring that up. Man.
I don't like seeing that because, but it came at a good price. I bet on the Jets, or not the Jets, excuse me. I bet on the Jags last night.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what we call free money. So shout out to the Jets. They covered. That was really nice. They're 7-8, a half game behind the Tennessee Titans, who I'm going to go out on a limb and say lose to the Houston Texans on Sunday.
With Malik Willis.
So what that means is the Jaguars will be in contention for their division, which I would love to see them win. But let's move on. I want to talk about the Lions right now. The future of the NFC North. Wanted to get to this yesterday, wasn't able to. Here we are. We're going to start the show with it. I think this is important leading into what we're going to talk about with Carolina, because you have the offensive line. You have, I think, a pretty good quarterback. Very good wide receivers. Weapons across the board. Depth. Your defense getting better. Can you say any of that about any of the teams in the North? I go to the Bears. Fields is okay, but can he be a quarterback? He's a running back right now. Can he be a quarterback? I doubt it.
Yeah, until proven otherwise, haven't seen it.
Aaron Rodgers will retire. Their cap situation is a whole different problem. Packers going into a rebuild. And then there's the division winners this year, the Vikings, who I like a lot, who I think have a lot of really good pieces, who go toe-to-toe really with the Lions in a lot of areas. But there are two places where they fail miserably. They don't have the offensive line the Lions have, and they don't have the flexibility and age, especially on the defensive side of the ball, with their defense. And their defense is awful. So for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, who's got a better roster than Detroit right now? In the North. And I'm not saying it's a contender right now. I'm not saying it's a Super Bowl contender. But let's be a little bit objective this morning. You compare the Lions roster and what they have and the draft capital they have, and then compare it with the Bears, the Vikings, and the Packers. There's no reason the Lions don't win 2 of the next 3 or 4 NFC Norths. Mm-hmm. And none of you will convince me otherwise. And the only way they don't is if they fail at the top, they fail as a head coach, they fail as a unit in general, but you will have the talent. That's one thing we don't discuss enough about. You will have the talent. Brad Holmes has been money in acquiring talent. So what is your reason for not doing it? Next year, the year after that, I think 2 of the next 3 years are years you should be winning your division, and all 3 years you should be contending legitimately for it. My thoughts based on quarterback play, the head coach has really turned it around. I got to give him credit. The roster, we know where it's going. Brad Holmes done a hell of a job revamping this team. They're very young. Like you love to say, they're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Why am I waiting? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Why would I wait? It is next year. It is happening. Yeah. There's nothing you or I can do about it. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, free agency. Yeah, okay. They're going to be the best team in the NFC North. And they'll probably be the 3rd or 4th best team in the NFC for the next 3-4 years. And the only thing that will hold them back is the conversation we had either Monday or Tuesday, which was 1-6, 6-1. Which one is it? We're going to find out the next 3 games because they should win all 3. They should. They're better than the next 3 teams they play. Having said that,
agreed.
Which one are you? Are you the 1-6 team that couldn't stay healthy, yes, but couldn't get out of their own way? Horrible play calling. I would say horrible clock management, game management. Or are you this team at 6-1 who have done all of what I just listed a lot better and you've gotten healthy? Which one is it? I like to think it's the latter. I like to think it is the 6-1 version. That's why I think they dominate the North, Jeff.
I think if you look across, for me, I look at a couple things. Number one, the financial situation. And I don't mean to pull a Neil Rule here, but that's the reality. Cap space. Vikings are in a tough spot moving forward. There's guys that are going to have to find a way to extend. And the defense, as bad as it is in the secondary, it's going to be tough to address that. They're going to have to draft well. So the Vikings, to me, are in a tough spot, no matter the talent they have moving forward. The Packers, we don't even need to talk about the Packers. Talk about cap hell. Say thanks to Aaron Rodgers for that. On top of that, they paid a lot of their defensive players. I believe they have the third most expensive defense, if I'm not mistaken. So cap space ain't looking friendly for the Packers moving forward. The Bears, they do have cap space, but they're void of talent everywhere. It's going to take some time for the Bears to even build a formidable roster to try and contend for the NFC North, and that's with their franchise quarterback, which we don't really know if it's Fields right now. The Lions check all those boxes. Financially, they have money freed up. They have some of their best players on rookie contracts. Now, you want to win in that window with your players on rookie contracts before you have to pay them. But in the same breath, you have assets coming up. You have 2 first-round picks. You have 2 second-round picks. You have a general manager who has consistently proven he can identify talent. I mean, dare I say, the best general manager in the NFC North in terms of finding talent and identifying talent. We don't really talk about free agency because he really hasn't been able to address that completely, but you have confidence in Brad Holmes. Now, from a quarterback position, you can honestly make an argument you have the most trust in Goff in the NFC North with how Aaron Rodgers is playing this year with the talent around him. Kirk Cousins in the games he's had, when he struggles, he struggles. You have Goff for the time being the next 2 years. This allows you to build a roster around him. And with the cap space, with the assets, with some of your better players on rookie deals, again, they're not going nowhere. They're going to be here the next 4-5 years. The Lions, no question, have one of the brightest, not one of the brightest futures in the NFC North. But on top of that, I would even go bigger than that. I would agree. NFC.
Let me ask you this.
Because what the Lions have coming up.
Let me ask you this. You like quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Important position, man?
It's pretty important.
You think so? Okay. All right, quarterbacks for the next 3 to 5 years. Who do you have confidence in? Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I have confidence in Jalen Hurts.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Kirk Cousins?
No.
Save that answer for later. You'll explain why. You'll see where I'm going with this. Brock Purdy / Jimmy Garoppolo / Trey Lance. Uncertainty, but it's Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, I was going to say confidence
up, right?
is with Kyle Shanahan and what they can do.
Dak Prescott.
Ugh.
Okay.
No.
Remember your answers. Tom Brady probably retired in the next 2 to 3 years. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, he's done.
Daniel Jones. No. I'm going to put a to be determined on the Giants because they're going to have to go out and get their quarterback. Same with the Commanders. It's not going to be Heineke, right? Geno Smith, Jordan Love, Sam Darnold.
No.
Andy Dalton.
No.
Marcus Mariota.
No.
Desmond Ridder.
No. A lot of no's.
Jared Goff is the 3rd best quarterback in the NFC right now.
I would agree.
He's only behind Jalen Hurts. No, he's the 2nd best quarterback in the NFC. I take it back. You have the 2nd best quarterback in the NFC right now. Better than Cousins, better than Purdy, better than Dak, better than Brady, better than Kyler. He's playing better than all of them. You have the 2nd best quarterback in the NFC right now. Think about that. We talk about quarterback position all the time. Right now, I'm selling you, you have the 2nd best quarterback in the NFC. Maybe 3rd if you want to be a bit stingy about it. No problem.
But think about that. A position that a lot of teams need to address.
And you don't.
You don't. As of right now, you don't. That gives the Lions even more of an advantage. I mean, you look in the NFC North, the Vikings eventually are going to have to address that. Whether they keep Kirk Cousins for the next couple of years, I don't believe Kirk's the guy that can get them over the top. Chicago might even have to address that in the future, depending on what Justin Fields and how his career pans out. Aaron Rodgers is getting up there in age. You don't know what his future holds in Green Bay or future in the NFL.
For the next 2 to 3 years.
The Lions have a 28-year-old quarterback under contract for the next 2 years. I mean, he's 28 years old. The Lions, at the quarterback position, they're just fine. They're fine right now.
They're heading in the right direction. I do think they dominate the North. Again, which one is it? 1-6 or 6-1? I like to believe the latter. You do as well. And if that is the case, get ready, Detroit. Buckle up. You're winning 2 of the next 3 divisions, maybe even 4. You will win 2 of the next 4 divisions. I can almost guarantee that, with the style of play, with the consistency that has been shown by this head coach over the last 7 games. I couldn't have told you that 7 games into the year, though. I'd be lying. I would have been a big liar. But here we are. It's the beauty of the NFL. When we get back, what Jared Goff has shown you so far this year, we just had this conversation a little bit, preluding into it, which is he's the second best quarterback in the NFC. And what does that mean for your team moving forward? What does it mean for him? We'll get to that in just a bit, but before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Big Boy.
Well, winter time in Detroit is always better, despite it being terrible outside, with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo, but how about breakfast as well? The stuffed potato pancakes are back, the Lumberjack, Santa Fe Garden, or Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
All I want for Christmas is a Lions win, the Pistons in the playoffs, and the Red Wings to dominate. I don't ask for much.
I'm asking for a punt! A single punt!
And I've been really good this year.
Liar!
Oh, you're so naughty. You're so naughty.
Woodward Sports.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find all the cleanest salons in the D with spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. They'll beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations and more on the way.
Chili Peppers tan?
Fish, it is really cold outside today. What are you going to do to get some vitamin D inside of you, huh?
Probably go Chili Peppers tan. How do you not?
There you go. I like it.
Oh, over the Christmas holiday, maybe Boxing Day? How do you not?
Shut up. Stop saying Boxing Day.
Why?
We don't celebrate Boxing Day.
Well, maybe you don't, but we do. By the way, let's clap it up for you guys being early today in the snowstorm.
Yep.
Proud of you guys.
Yeah, everybody be careful out there, man. It's
Drive safe.
not as
Drive
snowy
slow.
as I thought. It's more just icy and windy.
Ice on the
That's
bottom,
kind of what
yeah.
I
You
got
guys
out
are
of it.
so nice about this. Give me the camera. All of you motherfuckers driving on Southfield, you stupid fucks, learn how to drive. They salted the roads. It's not that bad.
The salt doesn't
Fucking
work, you dingbat.
Shut up, Fish.
Are you that-
Stay in.
Okay, go on. I have a feeling you're that guy.
Stay in
Yeah,
the lane.
he is that guy.
And stop trying to drive like a jackass and switch lanes like it's fucking. Oh yeah, the roads are clear today.
Oh, no, you're not. Okay, we agree.
Drive like a normal fucking human, and we can all get to work on time. You want to be the dick that goes from lane to lane
Yeah,
to
I hate
lane
those people.
when it's icy and freezing, and you want to spin out and then slow everybody else down? Fuck you.
We have a name for that. They're called winter assholes.
No, it's just in Michigan, man. I swear to God.
Crazy,
I
man.
haven't seen this anywhere else. Think about it like
That's
this.
a
When it
lie.
snows like this and the roads are icy, people drive like there's a cop tailing them, except they're still reckless.
You know,
They slow down, but then they do all the reckless shit.
you know what's funny?
Fuck these people, man.
I lived in Georgia outside of Atlanta for 2 years, and you have no idea the difference in people in Atlanta and
don't
just
know what
Georgia
snow
in the
is.
South in general, how they treat this snow. If an inch comes down, school's
yeah.
closed.
Yep.
We're done. And I'm sitting there
closing down
going,
the city.
wow, this is new.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to Michigan. Who gives a damn? I mean,
Yeah.
we're going outside, we're driving. But
to
people
get to
still
work.
drive like douchebags. I mean, they'll ride your ass on the road.
Yeah.
Even though you're going slow in the slow lane.
They don't
It's
care.
cold. It's a few days before Christmas. Drive like a freaking human, please. People, look, put the camera on you. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's trying to get to work. Look at him. Look at this fucking guy over here. He's trying to get to work. Drive like a responsible adult. Drive like your mother didn't give you your driver's license, please. God. All right, moving on.
Well, wait, what are you saying about me and Westfall? You saying we're bad drivers, we need help?
No, I'm saying you're responsible drivers that are trying to get to work on time.
We are. Why didn't
That's
you
it.
point yourself out and Jeff out then?
Because I'm not a responsible driver.
Oh.
I'm self-aware.
Okay.
Jeff, I don't know if you're a good driver or not, so I can't speak for you.
Pretty good driver. The only time my car got smashed was when it was parked. So I technically was not in my vehicle. So I didn't cause it.
Oh, God. All right, Jared Goff has been arguably one of the 3 best quarterbacks in the NFC all season long.
Absolutely.
It's his best year since 2018. I can read you all of the numbers, yada, yada, yada. The point is, what are you seeing from Jared? Oh, God, we're back. Fuck you, Wind. So,
I thought you were going to blame me.
you know what? Honestly, I was considering blaming you, but here we
should.
are. I just got to learn to deal with you, Fish.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I like it, but I do deal with you. So,
Shockingly, I don't know why or
God.
how.
So
Go ahead.
let me talk a little on Jared Goff.
Okay,
What
continue.
because for me personally, and I only speak for myself, Jared Goff, you love the play, you love the confidence, and especially considering he brings stability at the quarterback position for the Detroit Lions for the time being, for the foreseeable future. It's a great thing. And for people that are hesitant, like my guy Spencer and Easy, it's not always Goff hate. It's the wait and see approach, because it's hard not to get skeptical about a quarterback who was dumped from his previous team and they went off and won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. And again, Jared Goff has won playoff games. He's got to a Super Bowl. But there's always a question with Goff, and that's, can he take a team over the top? For right now with the Detroit Lions, Goff is in a perfect position. He's the quarterback I want right now because he provides stability. He provides at least good performances. He's top 10 in multiple categories for quarterbacks. You'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But for the foreseeable future, for talking the next 2 years, because I know people bring up you should extend Goff while you can. Absolutely not. What you're going to want to do is the more you build this roster and the more talent you add, you're going to have to test Goff a little bit. Now, if you're ready to contend for the NFC North, and let's say Goff does win the NFC North, let's see what you can do in the playoffs with Goff. Because I don't think the narrative's completely written on Goff. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say he's never going to take you over the top. I just want to see it. I want to see the playoff wins he's had in L.A. Because that's what we're working towards right now. Not only getting to the playoffs, but achieving a playoff win. I do think next year, although we expect them or we want them to make the playoffs this year, next year and the following year are going to be big years because more talent will be added. This team's going to have a lot less holes. Now you're looking at a position where it's like, all right, Goff, you got the offensive weapons. You got the offensive line. We have a better defense. We have good coaching. Let's see what we can do. And that's when you're going to find out a lot about Goff. Right now, he's playing exceptional. You won 6 out of 7 games, and this is great. But I want to see it. I want to see it play out for an entire season. And once you see that success and you see Goff build on these seasons, then you'll have more confidence with him moving forward. I'm not a guy who takes one season and says, you know what, that's our guy. Because a couple years ago, and I'm not comparing the two completely, but remember Ryan Tannehill when he was in Tennessee? He had a year where he had 30 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. The Tennessee Titans were great. I think they won a playoff game that year. And now look at how it's folded out over the next couple of years.
There are limitations. As long as
that's the big question.
Look,
really,
I don't mind if you want to have a conversation with me, Jeff, or anybody for that matter, about Jared Goff having limitations, arm strength, being able to hit Jameson Williams on a deep ball. You know, that's a trending one at the moment. But there is no denying he's been an excellent quarterback all season long. He's been a Pro Bowl quarterback all season long. And wouldn't you take that? Because I know for a fact you can win a division with him. I know for a fact you can win playoff games with him. And I don't even love Jared Goff. But his play this year, notably at home, on the road it is a bit of a different conversation. He has been excellent. And he's cut down the turnovers. And he's, not thrown an interception now, in 6 consecutive games? Guys, you have the guy in place right now to just build the team around. And when you're ready, you insert the franchise quarterback. You insert the young guy. And what better situation for a young quarterback than Detroit? Offensive line, run game, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. You'll add a tight end, I'm sure, in the offseason. You'll add depth at wide receiver. Maybe you re-sign Chark. Who knows? Your defense is young, up and coming. It will get better. It'll be likely in the top 22, top 23 next year. Good improvement.
Right.
Whatever kid walks in, whether it's this year or the following year or the year after, they're walking into a very good situation, a very stable situation.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, you can accomplish division titles. You can accomplish winning playoff games. You can do this with him. It takes coaching. It takes an abundance of talent to compensate for his limitations. But most quarterbacks have limitations. I'm sorry, Joe Burrows do not grow on trees. Patrick Mahomes do not grow on trees. They don't come out every year. And you typically need to be picking in the top 3, top 5 to get your hands on them. 2 of 5, even though I don't think he's at that level, but just naming some of the better quarterbacks right now in the NFL. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, number 1 overall. Trevor Lawrence starting to look like a number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, no question.
So, again, Lamar has his limitations. A lot of guys have limitations. You can still win with them.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about Jared Goff, as long as we accept he has limitations, you can move forward and you can find ways to win games. So let's take a break. When we get back, hopefully Fish doesn't cancel the internet again. We will be back with DeAndre Swift. Should he be getting more touches going into Carolina? Jeff and I will tell you why he should or shouldn't in just a few. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Swiss Insurance.
Well, with the holiday season here, Swiss Insurance wants to remind you to insure those gifts or collectibles. Because in the last 2 weeks, Swiss has saved its clients an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while still increasing coverage. That's a lot of money to free up for the giving season. Merry Christmas from Swiss Insurance. And don't forget, go Lions.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
It's Motor City Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year. Sleigh bells ring and caroling, songs of love and cheer. Lights shine over me and you, walking down Woodward Avenue.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a safe and happy new year from the Feldman Automotive family.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Downtown Detroit has turned into a winter freaking frozen wonderland at the moment, but you can enjoy it by visiting the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, and an indoor arcade, along with a ton of food and drinks you can have before or after you play. So what are you waiting for? Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with Decked Out Detroit and our good friends from Bedrock Detroit. We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show.
Oh, okay.
Fish, shut the fuck up.
Fish, what do you have to test?
Well, I have to test your childhood. When it was like a big snowstorm, did you ever go sledding the next day? Or anything snow related?
If you didn't, just stay silent. I wouldn't even answer because if you say you did not go sledding.
Well, that's
of course I went sledding as a kid. Did I live under a rock?
Yes, you do. You don't know what Candyland.
Sorry, I didn't know about Lincoln Logs, which is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life.
You don't have to think it's smart, but at least we all know what it is.
Fish?
Yeah?
Fuck you and your childhood.
Thank you. Love
We're
you too,
back here
Adam.
on the Morning Woodward Show live.
Happy Boxing Day on Monday.
WoodwardSports.com. As always, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Adam Beydoun, Jeff Iafrate, soon to be no longer Fish.
Good. I can watch darts in peace.
God.
Watch darts in peace.
One more comment on Jared Goff before we move on to Swift.
Oh.
He is the perfect bridge. You're not paying an arm and a leg for him. He's playing at a pretty damn good level, Pro Bowl level, in fact. And if he can give you what Alex Smith gave to the Chiefs, I think that is more important than the first-round picks you got from the Rams.
And the fact that he's playing this well kind of ups the trade value of what you traded. Because we thought Jared Goff, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't expect this type of play.
He was leftovers.
Right.
He was leftovers when you got him.
You have a top 10 quarterback and you got 2 first-round picks.
It's quite the deal.
Quite the deal.
It's working out tremendously for the Lions. But let's talk DeAndre Swift. 8 carries last week. Explosive.
Yeah.
He actually did really good with the limited touches he got. He's got to get more, no? I don't think I can watch another game him getting out-carried by Jamal Williams, who has proven he's a goal line back.
Right.
He's a goal line back. His job is he should run for a yard or 2. That's what Jamal Williams can do. If you need a yard or 2, you put Jamal Williams in. Other than that, get the fuck out of here. Here's the problem, though. You're going to make the case right now, Jeff. You're going to tell me, Adam, I need to see more Swift, okay? But isn't he injury prone?
I don't give a damn.
Make your
Welcome
case, then.
to the NFL.
I'm listening.
I'm done protecting Swift. I mean, now, one thing that frustrates me watching Swift, I know many Lions fans would agree, is the inability to go north. It seems like he wants to make a play or he goes towards the sideline to evade, making a fighting for extra yards. And that's the thing that you watch Swift. You're like, damn, man. Like, you had a wide open, 10, 15-yard free grab of yards. And there he is running to the sideline, trying to evade getting tackled. And whether that's something mentally for Swift, whatever it is, he's been injured. He still wears the shoulder brace or the shoulder tape. I don't know what it is. That's what's frustrating to me. But despite all of that, last game against the Jets, 8 carries, 52 yards, 6.5 on average. He had a 16-yard run. He broke out. You got to get Swift more carries. I'm done, man. We're late in the season. You're playing December football. You have a chance to make the playoffs. I don't care. This isn't early in the season where you're protecting Swift because you didn't have Justin Jackson at the time, and all you had was Jamal Williams. We're late in the season. If Swift gets injured, you got Justin Jackson behind him, so you could at least run the ball. With Swift, I want to see more out of him because we know in Carolina, it's supposed to be the coldest it's actually ever been in Carolina. It has a chance to be. I think the coldest game they had was 30 degrees. It has a chance to be a little lower than that. So they're going to run the football, and Swift's a big part of that. With Jamal, as much as I love him, I love the energy he brings. He's great, in the red zone. He's not a guy you can give consistent 15 carries to. You got to be able to split those up. So for Swift, I want to see him get more involved. Again, if you get him more involved early and he can't do anything, you're good. Go to Jamal, go to Justin Jackson, but at least give him the chance. And when he does play well, like he did against the Jets, you got to feed him a little bit more. I'm done with the whole protect Swift thing, and I want this run, especially the run game, to get back to where it was weeks prior. They've been struggling. Get Swift more carries, man. At least 10. You got to get him 10 carries. I'm not asking for 20, 25 carries. Get him 10 minimum.
I need at least 12, 13.
And I'll take that. I just want to see more of Swift. I think there's a lot more there. He's been taking a lot of time through this stretch of games. He hasn't been getting a ton of carries. He's rested. Get him involved. Please.
All right. Jesse Adams says, I saw some mock drafts saying we should get Bijan Robinson from Texas with that 18th pick. I don't think we should do that. I want a defensive guy with that pick. Am I crazy, Jeff and Adam? Jeff? I don't hate that. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
But you had a potent running back, a healthy running back, to that offense, what do you do? You're Robert Saleh. You're Bill Belichick. You're standing there on the sideline, right? You're in practice, getting ready, game planning for Detroit, and you're like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Fuck. So if we commit to stopping the run, they got Jameson Williams over the top.
Right.
If we play man coverage and we press, they got Amon-Ra St. Brown who can shake anybody in the league. If we load the box, we're giving too much space, especially to the sidelines with possibly a DJ Chark now. Okay, but if we play off and we want to make them beat us on the ground, shit, they got a running back. And they got the best offensive line in the NFL.
Now, you talk about the best situation for a quarterback. This would be the best situation for any running back to walk into.
But I'm not in the business of spending a first-round pick on
there's
a
the
running
caveat.
back. That's unfortunate. Would love Bijan Robinson. I think that'd be awesome.
Right.
Not with that pick.
Am I wrong to say it's a luxury pick? If you're picking a guy like that, like the Steelers when they took Najee, they felt like, you know what? We need a running back. We have a good defense.
Yeah, but
let's take Najee. I don't think the Lions are in that position to take a Bijan Robinson. I mean, there's so many. There's holes in the secondary.
At 18, it doesn't hurt as much as it does at 12 or 10 or 8 or 7. You know what I mean? At 18, I could live with it if it ever happened, but that to me is more risky than taking a quarterback. Because when I draft a quarterback, I have accepted I am taking a huge gamble here. I'm gambling that the quarterback I have selected in the first round is the future of my franchise.
Mm-hmm.
If I spend a first-round pick, which in theory should be a Pro Bowler, should be, if not a Pro Bowler, a stud on defense at the very least, or offense, wherever you want to take. But if you take a running back at 18, and he isn't a top 5 running back with that offensive line in the first 3 years, that's a bust. And even then, is he going to be McCaffrey, where he really revolutionizes an offense in San Francisco?
And if he's McCaffrey, you're going to have to pay him like McCaffrey eventually. What does McCaffrey make in 20? I mean, I would rather just, with this offensive line, it gives you that flexibility to just kind of not get recycled running backs, but I think paying a running back is, unless he's Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey, it's a big mistake. I mean, look what the Rams did when they paid Todd Gurley. And people bring that up, too. Well, Brad Holmes was a part of the Rams when they drafted Todd Gurley. What was it, 10th overall, I believe, Todd Gurley was drafted? Didn't work out for him when they paid him. So
can I get clarity in the chat?
I'm done with that.
We got to go to break.
Grab a running back in the second. I'm with you, easy. Or third, whatever.
Preferably second.
Yeah.
Depending on who's there. That's always going to matter.
Right.
You guys clarify in the chat. Maybe I misread something. But who's talking shit about Trevor Lawrence? I want to know. We're going to take a break. You're going to defend yourselves. I want to know. Is it sarcasm that he wasn't a can't-miss quarterback in 2020?
Oh, no question.
I'm not understanding here.
Yeah.
If it's sarcasm, cool. We'll move on. We'll have a good rest of the show. If it isn't, you're going to get motherfucked when we get back.
Talk about running on Woodward naked. If I had a chance to get Trevor Lawrence on the Lions,
must be nice.
You don't want to see it.
When we get back,
you don't want to see it.
When we get back, the Lions, and notably Aaron Glenn and the defense, have completely turned it around, Jeff. Favorable matchups the next 3 weeks. I've got a solution for Carolina. Maybe it's a bit too obvious, but you know me, I love the solutions game. It's like chess, right? I'm trying to find ways to beat you. And what do I offer? What pieces do I provide that will enable or disable what you want to do? So we'll get to that in just a bit, but before we go, I got to tell you about where you fat asses need to go. And that's at Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone, unless I'm there. Sign up today, $10 a month, planetfitness.com, or one of their many Metro Detroit locations. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you doing? Are you going to wait till New Year's Eve? Oh, I'm gonna change it this year. This year, I'm gonna be better me. New year, new me. All that stupid shit. Go to the gym. Take your life seriously. Take your life back. Get full control. Planet Fitness is the place to do it. $10 a month. Doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. See you right back.
I love Woodward sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Let me tell you about our friends at the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck, because it is the original football bowling game. 2 to play for $12, the unlimited open play, or you can pay $120 for a lane reservation for up to 10 people. $2 mystery beer machine, full bar. Check it all out. FullingWarehouse.com.
We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, as always, WoodwardSports.com. Jeff Iafrate, Adham, Beydoun. Jeff, the defense has turned it around. Aaron Glenn's done a phenomenal job, like he did last year. And for me, putting Carolina in bad spots is the key to this game. Not, can you limit the run game? Can you stop? No. Just like most offenses in the NFL, they're occasionally going to get theirs. They are going to beat you every once in a while. How do you beat the Carolina Panthers? Very simple. They are the most predictable, the most inept, the most incapable third down passing team in the NFL. So what's your job? Your job is to sell out on second down. You need to make sure that you don't give them a 3rd and 4, a 3rd and 5, a 3rd and 3, or even shorter than that. You put them in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. Sam Darnold isn't going to be seeing ghosts. He's going to be seeing a pack of lions that are going to fuck him up.
And can I tell you the way to do that? Because who's third in the NFL in total penalties? Ikwonu.
The rookie tackle that Carolina drafted.
Yes, he's third in the NFL in penalties. He has 11 total flags on the year behind Landon Dickerson. So there's a part of that. Just like the Lions were affected last week, putting in tough positions offensively, Carolina might be in a situation to do that as well.
Carolina, I think, are a more favorable matchup than even New York. What you saw last night with the Jets and the Jaguars game, I would say, is what you should expect from the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers game. Expect the Lions offense to move the ball downfield a ton like Jacksonville did. The difference is, I think the Lions will finish with 7 more than the more than the Jaguars did with 3 points. Right? Jets have a stingy red zone defense. Carolina, good defense. Not the Jets level. They offer problems, but I think you offer more solutions. And that has always been the case. And it's the case really most weeks with this offense. This offense is unbelievable. So the more we're going to go into this game, we'll get to the score prediction later, but guys, you're looking at a 10-point, possibly 2-touchdown win. That's what you're looking at. What problems does Carolina offer you offensively, where defensively you're like, oh man, we don't really have a solution for him? I think Jerry Jacobs can handle DJ Moore.
And
I think Jeff Okudah can handle DJ Moore. Then what? You got to stop the run. And you've been the best run-stopping team in the NFL the last 3 weeks, Jeff. Everything is heading in your direction, trending in your favor. The Lions defense, this is, I don't want to say an easy matchup, but it is one of the easier games they will play defensively because Carolina is very predictable. They have one way of winning. Get up early, run the ball 30, 40 times. You ask Sam Darnold to drop back 25, 30 times, and he can't use play action because your team, or excuse me, defenses aren't respecting the run because they've been able to stop it. You're done. Sam Darnold will not have success. He will not be able to drop back in shotgun obvious passing down situations and walk out alive. Aiden Hutchinson, Okwara, James Houston. You're going to get after the quarterback. Aleem McNeil will help stop the run. So will Aiden Hutchinson, who's been one of the better run defenders at the edge position all season long. This game is, Jeff, this is a matchup nightmare, in my opinion, for Carolina. Yeah. The Lions check every single box across the board from offense to defense. This game is totally in their hands.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of answers to a lot of questions that the Panthers bring. I mean, number one, you talk about that pass rush. And Brian Burns, everybody remembers with Matt Patricia at the helm, you got shut out to P.J. Walker. Not to P.J. Walker, but you lost to P.J. Walker. It was 22-0, I believe. Brian Burns had 2 sacks in that game. So he's a threat. Now, they didn't have Penei Sewell at the time. So you have one of the better offensive lines in the NFL against that pass rush. The interior offensive line, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, and Evan Brown have not allowed a sack all year. So you talk about Derek Brown. There's the solution. Let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. The Carolina Panthers, the last 3 weeks, they have the most rushing attempts in the NFL over Dallas. 36 over the last 3 weeks. Now, let's flip on the other side for the Lions defensively, facing that run offense. Because if you look at Carolina, you look at their wins under Wilkes. Let me just read off some of the rushing stats in their wins. They beat Seattle. Hubbard led the team with 74 rushing yards. They beat Denver. Foreman had 113. They lost to Baltimore. Foreman had 24 yards. The week prior to that, you beat Atlanta, or they beat Atlanta. Foreman, 130 yards. See, their wins and losses predicate on if they can run the football. And if you're giving me a Lions team who is above San Francisco over the last 3 weeks in run defense, holding teams to 55 yards per game. San Francisco holds teams to 57 yards per game. That's the solution. And the only way Carolina is going to win this game or have a chance to win this game, turnovers. And I've seen some Carolina beat writers talk about this as well, just doing some research. Their way to win this game, they said, we got to create turnovers. You got to have some things fall your way. The Lions, they've been winning the turnover battle over this stretch of games. They've been winning. The defense has forced turnovers. That's got to be the case. And I know that sounds cliche, but you got to take care of the football. You can't give an offense like this short field. You just can't. So those are the solutions. Lions have tons of solutions to what the Carolina Panthers are doing, but it's about execution. Can you actually slow down and neutralize Brian Burns, or is he going to wreck the game? Is Jared Goff going to turn the ball over? Can you run the football? Can the defense be as stout as they've been against the run? There's a lot of questions, Adam, but I have the most confidence right now in the Detroit Lions to be able to have answers to those questions. I thought the Jets were the biggest test left on the schedule.
Defensively, at least, yes.
Yeah.
We can say this every week. Every team offers different problems, different solutions. But the Lions, over the next 3 weeks, will always, in every scenario, the Lions will be the ones who offer more solutions for the next 3 weeks. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happens from here, especially against Carolina, is you don't want to play the game you played against the Jets. I'm just saying it from now. Now, I'm telling you from now because not as a precursor to an excuse for a loss, but don't play that game that you played in New York.
Especially the
Finish
penalties.
your drives, put 7 up on the board, and make Sam Darnold play from behind. Go out there, start the way you've started all year, going out and scoring on your first possession. You're one of the better teams in the NFL at doing it. Go out and don't stop. Don't get complacent. The Jets defense, again, a different monster. I understood them struggling throughout the game. No problem. Red zone defense, phenomenal. No problem. You got the 7 when you needed it. No problem. But you were down 17-13 once upon a time in that game late in the fourth quarter. Don't play that game. Just don't do it. This is a team I think you can win by 10 points, 13 points. What I'm trying to say is don't give them hope. Don't give a team that is only a game out of the division title an opportunity, hope, to not only possibly end your season, but completely derail it and propel themselves into a potential playoff spot where they could host a home game. So, again, you want to give each team you play the respect they deserve, no problem. But if you're the Lions, you control this game. Sorry. It's in front of you. Finish your drives, put up 7, don't settle for field goals last night, or excuse me, on tomorrow. God, I'm losing my mind, this Sunday, Saturday stuff. Don't miss out on putting up 7 on the board tomorrow like the Jaguars did last night. You have to be able to finish your drives. You have to score touchdowns. And yes, Carolina can run the ball very well.
They can.
But you've had a solution for that for the last 3 weeks. You're the best in the NFL at it.
Could I even say the approach to this game, and obviously the execution won't be the same, but how they took down the Giants. We talked about that's a team you want to play from behind. They walked in, they scored. I believe the Lions scored on their first drive. And then you're making Daniel Jones throw the football. Now you create turnovers. Aiden Hutchinson with an interception. You're forcing him to put the ball in bad spots. And on top of that, you shut down Saquon Barkley. Foreman ain't Saquon Barkley. So, again, you've shut down Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley. You did get good against Aaron Jones the first time you faced the Packers. I got faith in this defense to at least slow down and slow down the run from what the Carolina Panthers want to do. Because if you make the Carolina Panthers throw that football, you're going to allow Houston, Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil, Kamitsky to run free. That's the position you want this defense in. So I got confidence, but they got to execute.
100%.
Have to.
Quick sidebar. A lot of talk about Jeff Okudah moving a safety in the chat right now. Guys, let me do you all a favor, and I'll save you time. You ready for this one? Jeff Okudah will never play safety. Stop it. He will not do it. The coaches will not do that to him. He's a corner in the NFL. He's been good at times this year as a corner in the NFL. He needs to improve? Yes, he does. You need to draft a corner? Yes, the fuck you do. You need to improve at linebacker? Sure. But don't talk to me about moving Jeff Okudah to safety. That is dumb. It is stupid. It is not happening. It is not happening at all. So get that out of your mind, and let's go enjoy the holiday season, no? Fair?
Fair.
Fish, what are you doing this weekend for Christmas?
Well, I got family in Ohio. OH!
Fuck your family.
So I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to the Cavs game, I think, tonight. That's the goal.
Nice. Look at you, Mr.
As you can
Traveling.
see, the weather outside.
You just, front row tickets? I'd imagine floor seats has to be, right?
I don't know. My cousin has tickets, so I don't know what he has. He has season tickets, but it's like select season tickets. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to the Cavs. Well, if I can get down there. But I'll get down there. So, yeah. I mean, I might die, but, live a good life if I do. But, yeah, Cavs are playing the Raptors, by the way. So,
Fish, how do you celebrate Christmas normally? What do you do? Family gathering, big dinner, anything?
I mean, we watch the NBA and the NFL in Ohio. How do you not? We normally go out to dinner, like a midnight dinner. So we've been to Denny's before, Steak and Shake.
You went to a late night Denny's?
Yeah, they're open on Christmas. Yeah, we go to Denny's, we go to Steak and Shake.
Been to Waffle House?
I have not, but I'd love to go. You got to go down south at 3 a.m. I hear that's like the time to go.
Okay, well, yeah, you better watch your back at a Waffle House past 12 o'clock. But it's fun, though.
Well, yeah, but it's no fun if you go middle of the day.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the action.
I mean, you're funny.
Sometimes you gotta be on edge a little bit. Sometimes in order to live life, you gotta walk into someone and feel like, I don't feel safe. That means it's a great day. That means you've achieved life. You only live once, so you don't get 9 lives like a cat, or I don't know how many lives dogs have.
How do you know that?
How do I know that cats have 9 lives?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in every single book you read.
If I went and caught a
poem.
stray cat right now and I slit its throat on air, it'll be alive still, right?
You don't get the joke, do you?
No.
Okay, I figured that. Again, another thing that you don't have common sense to. I was going to say childhood, but that's not really a childhood thing.
I could see Fish just whooping ass at 2 a.m. at a Denny's. Just handing out ass beatings, man.
Fish?
Why?
Or should be handing out sausage.
Oh, my God. This has been a consistent thing. What do you know about Fish that I don't know?
I'm just saying.
Is he packing?
People DM me and say, "Hey, I've slept with Fish before, and I just want you to know, certain things." That's all I'm saying.
Can you send me the DMs? Because I don't remember any of them.
Let's take a break. When we get back, top of the hour coming up. We'll continue the Lions, Carolina Panthers.
Been a little more than I thought.
We'll continue the conversation, Fish. We'll get to your Christmas day and what the hell you're going to end up doing. Jeff will do the same with you as always. But before we go, I got to tell you about where you should get lunch today, and that's at Cousins Maine Lobster. You don't want to travel? You don't want to go too far? Well, scan the QR code you see on the screen and find out where their lobster truck is. Try the main roll. Try the clam chowder soup. There's no better time for soup, by the way.
Their website's great, by the way. They got a great website.
Oh, yeah. Super easy to use. Check them out, cousinsmainelobster.com. We'll see you back in just a minute.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
The official meat supplier of not only the Woodward Sports Network, but the entire Metro Detroit area. No, not Fish's Dong. The Butchery. Chef Dave's done a hell of a job. Artisan breads, sandwiches to die for, Wagyu meats, you name it, he's got it. What are you waiting for? Shop online at thebutcherysl.com. Call Fish or call The Butchery at 248-682-COWS. That's 248-682-COWS.
So Fish is just inserted in that read now. Like you're the Butchery because of the rumors, Fish, surrounding your...
Would you like to know the rumors, Fish, or would you like me to continue on with the show?
No, I mean, well, whatever you want. You tell me.
I want what you want, buddy. Would you like to know what the rumors are going around social media and here at the network?
Sure, I'm all ears.
People are saying you got a 14-inch dong, dude. That's not me saying it. It's just what I was told.
Well, it's not you saying it, but you started it. So,
I did not start it. I was DM'd at first. I confirmed and verified with a few people here.
Can I see the DMs?
I can show you after the show. I will not air them public.
No, that's fine. You can show me.
I don't want to expose the people that told me.
That's fine, but because I don't remember these DMs, so I don't know. I went to I stumbled, and I wasn't drunk, but I did stumble into a soccer store yesterday in Hamtramck. It was it made me feel like I was in the Middle East. Kind of cool. I ended up, huh?
I missed what you said. Sorry.
There's a soccer store.
Yeah, I stumbled into a soccer store in Hamtramck yesterday.
Did you buy anything?
I did.
What'd you buy?
I bought a purple and green jacket. I'll show it to you maybe next week.
All right, let me see.
But yeah, I stumbled in. I was gonna buy some pants. Ended up buying a jacket. So yeah, just walking through, saw some countries, and went, oh, that's a soccer store. They got like video games. You can play FIFA down there. They got the Arab commentary for soccer, so if you understand Arabic, maybe you want to watch a game with this guy. I don't know. I don't understand Arabic, so it was foreign to me, but...
I love you, Fish. Never change, buddy. Never change.
That is awesome.
You want to know what I'll do for Christmas since you brought it up?
Go for it.
Okay, well, we were just doing the typical stuff. We'll have family over. Well, I'll go to there, but we'll eat food.
You have a girlfriend yet?
I do not.
What about a boyfriend?
I do not.
Okay. Which one do you prefer? You don't have to tell me. It's your business. I'm just saying.
I mean, what do you want me to? You want me to say something, don't you?
No, I just want you to, if you have a preference.
I mean, girls at the moment, but it could change.
Okay, so it can change. I just want to know.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm open.
Cool, good for you, buddy. I like that you have an open mind. Proud of you.
I do.
It's always good to keep an open mind.
I don't know how much sleep I'll get on Christmas Day, but
you're gonna wake up early, aren't you? Because you got to watch the stupid, UK Boxing Day stuff, right?
Well, that's on Boxing Day, but I might wake up early on Christmas.
Oh, Boxing Day is the day before? It isn't.
No, it's the day after. It's the day after. Day after Christmas.
The hell if I know, Fish. I'm trying to.
Christmas is December 25.
Yes.
Okay, and December 26 was Boxing Day.
Okay, I guess that's Boxing Day.
And we'll probably go out to dinner at Denny's or Steak and Shake or maybe the fun buffet at Chinese place.
Steak and Shakes.
They wanted to do.
Fish, you are living like a king.
Yeah.
Well, a couple weeks ago in Chicago, I went to IHOP at midnight. How do you know?
Look at you.
So.
What do you get from IHOP? Pancake sausage?
Extra sausage.
That was not sexual. That was an honest question, damn it.
Fish is a pizza man. He's like,
I'm trying
pizza's
to figure
here.
out what I went with.
Extra
Fish,
sausage.
what does a typical breakfast look like for you?
I think I went with the chocolate chip pancakes. I went with the chocolate chip pancakes and the Oreo shake.
Yeah, we actually, Fish.
Because I wanted to ball out on that day. Get the Oreo shake.
We did have breakfast at Big Boy, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, we did. Yes.
I did have a blast. We sat down, we chopped it up. Me, him, and Alex, actually.
I didn't get the breakfast.
It was without you, but
of course.
I didn't get the breakfast though. I didn't get the breakfast
you weren't
though.
there, all right?
Oh yeah, sure. That wasn't me.
What do you mean it's not you? I wanted to come over your house like a couple weeks ago.
I don't want you over my house, buddy.
Why?
You told me last week we'd do something for the USA Okay.
Dang.
Sorry, buddy. Maybe after the new year. New year, new me, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that clip of Jamal Adams at the Jets facility, and he's like keeps on trying it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like Fish going to your house. He's like, Adam, I'm here. It's just locked. He's like, it's all right. I'll wait a second. And then he's just out there for now.
Can we all think of New Year's resolutions and bring them up
your house
on the what's that Friday? The 30th, I think.
The 31st.
Well, 31st is a Saturday. I won't be here.
So Friday.
So Friday the 30th. So think
I
of
think
some
you just
resolutions.
tell me from now.
Well, you might not know what your New Year's resolution is until that day. I don't know. You might change it.
I haven't had a New Year's resolution in my life.
Oh my God! Of course you did.
I've never done it.
Well, everyone's had them. Doesn't mean they do it.
I hate you, Fish.
What?
I hope you know that.
I do.
All right, we got to continue on with the show.
Well, hey, you brought up Christmas. So
yeah, and then you brought up sausage and, something else.
I brought up breakfast, and you
Same
turned it
thing.
into...
You sick fuck.
The only thing you remember is sausage. You brought up sausage. That's
God.
Hey, I'm a big fan of bacon. I used to, not be a fan of bacon, but...
Why's that?
Why? I don't know. I never got around to bacon, and all of a sudden I had bacon. It was at the the Mark Wahlberg golf outing.
How do you never get around to bacon? Like it's not like
I just would see bacon at the breakfast buffets or whatever, and be like, no, that's bacon. Cool. Move on. Next,
Man.
waffle with French toast. I had it at the Mark Wahlberg event back in August.
What the hell's Guess Who?
Oh. Another childhood memory you don't remember. Guess Who? That's like the big thing.
It's
the board game.
Yeah,
it's the
fun
board.
game.
You got all
different faces.
Yeah, you got different characters on it. You got to guess the other person's character.
You're assuming he had a childhood, Fish.
Well, I am because he should have.
Because he didn't.
Well,
play
he
any
was
of
a
those
child
games.
at one point. At least we think.
Fish.
Okay, can I bring in some games for the new year? I'm gonna bring in Tech Deck. Guess Who?
Tech Deck.
Maybe Candyland.
I'm not gonna play Candyland, Lincoln Logs, or any of that stupid shit. All right.
Well, you're going to because I'm bringing it to you during the show.
Fish,
Next
you can't
week.
help him.
We have
Sorry.
some time. You can talk Michigan, TCU, but you can also play some games.
God damn it, man.
We're trying to make you happy. Bring back Adam's childhood with this whole week.
I don't want a childhood.
Bring back your childhood.
I liked my childhood the way it was.
You didn't
I don't
do
want to change
anything,
it.
though.
Stupid Candyland. Guess Who? Stupid. How stupid is that? Why do I have to guess? Huh?
Well, it's fun.
It's fun.
What's fun? You played Guess Who, right?
Sure.
Okay. That didn't seem convincing.
Did you know about Guess Who growing up? Anybody?
Yeah, I
Thank you.
played it occasionally.
All right.
you.
Jeff,
I played it.
did you play Guess Who?
I've played once or twice. I have played. Yeah,
Congratulations.
Somewhere,
Wow, you played a game that nobody gives a shit about.
I mean, everyone knows what it is. We don't care if you haven't played it. Do you know what it is?
No.
Everyone knows what it is.
Not everybody knows what it is, clearly, because I don't.
Well, you're like the 0.1%. Guess Who was a big game back in the day?
God. Guess Who was a freaking band? Nah, I don't know. Shoots and Ladders? What's that one?
We already went through that. Okay,
We went through that yesterday,
We
right?
called it Shots and Ladders yesterday.
I called it Shots
Well,
and
because they
Ladders.
spelled it Shuts and Ladders. That's why I said it.
All right. whatever.
I've never played Chutes and Ladders. Do not look at me like that. We are not doing that this morning. I get enough of those looks all day, all right?
If Gabby only heard what you said yet, you missed on a lot of things.
Well, she knows about Lincoln Logs.
Thank you.
Deck, the stupid finger skateboard, that's stupid.
Tech Deck.
Tech Deck,
Very
whatever.
popular.
What else?
There's a lot you
I
missed.
mean,
we can go back.
What else?
Well, the semi-truck, but I'm not holding you that much
some
to
stupid
it.
semi-truck like kids want to play with a fucking semi-truck. What else?
Dude.
What? Because I don't know about guess who?
But when you get cars and then you put them in the semi-truck. It's like you're a NASCAR driver. Like you get to wheel around your favorite NASCAR guy's truck.
Tell
Okay,
him,
let's go to
Fish.
Daytona 500 with my Kyle Busch truck. Beep, beep.
This guy
And then
played
you
with
go to your
rocks.
truck, and then you take the cars out of the truck,
Lived
then
under
you
the
race against your
staircase.
favorite people. That's probably an only child thing too, but you know.
We actually had a lot of
That's what
comment
kids
yesterday,
do.
though. There's a lot of stuff you just didn't do. And that's okay. It's all good.
Guys.
What's the other
It's all
one you
good.
didn't know? There were a bunch of games you
Battleship,
didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't? Yeah, okay.
I didn't know
another one
Battleship. What
That
else
was a
was
big
there
game.
yesterday?
I mean, there
Operation.
was a lot. Oh,
No, I
yeah.
knew about that one.
He
I
did
knew
know
about that
about
one.
it.
You said, is that the one where
Wow.
You take stuff out of people.
you're like,
Yeah, I knew it.
you got like,
Yeah, we'll give him a half
It was a
point.
good guess.
We'll give him a half point.
Come
give you a
on.
half point for that one.
You guys remember My Pretty Pony?
I do
What?
remember my.
I don't know. It's a question in the chat. It's not
Do
me.
you, do you
I think it's
No,
My
I
Little
don't.
Pony, but
I wasn't familiar
Kelly
with that.
Tubbies. You guys remember that one?
I do
You say
remember
Kelly
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies?
Teletubbies.
Yes,
Gotcha.
Kelly Tubbies. What the hell
No,
are you
I thought.
talking
I'm
about?
sorry. I was like, damn, Adam's missing a lot of these.
God.
Teletubbies, yes.
You guys are
Didn't
horrible.
really watch it, but
Why
you
are
know
we
what it is.
horrible? Do you know what SpongeBob is?
Of course. But
Well,
that's
yeah.
not a game.
Wow, it's
You
a
play
TV show.
Hungry Hippos?
Did you have a game though?
Oh, I know you did, because I know that
course I
term
did.
still stays in your head.
Of course. That's
Did you
one of
have
my favorite things.
SpongeBob? They had a SpongeBob card game yesterday. I was going to Meijer. I found a SpongeBob Trivial Pursuit. Do you know what that is?
Trivial Pursuit?
Yeah.
No, what is it? Like a
it-
trivia game, I'm assuming, right?
It is a trivia game. It's also a video game. It's a game where you play against other people. It's a card game. It's trivia. So they'll give you like, what's the most popular sport in this country, and you got to get it right.
All right, this show's off the
Like
rails.
Jeopardy. Jeopardy has a card game too.
All
Do you
right,
know
well-
what Jeopardy is?
Of
Wheel
course
of
I do,
Fortune.
buddy. I mean,
Okay.
come on. Let's not act like I live under a rock.
Well,
all right?
All right,
At times you do.
Listen, Fish, speaking of Jeopardy, the Lions' playoff hopes
Are in
kind of in
Jeopardy.
jeopardy
Digging
right
in.
now.
Ooh, I like that segue.
So we got to talk about the matchup. Carolina Panthers, Detroit Lions. I know we have a little
Yeah,
bit of
for
time
4
left.
minutes.
Well, we're going to be talking about it next segment, so we can get.
God.
I'm done talking about games. There's a lot you missed out on, and that's okay.
Played Sudoku.
Don't
What
know
the
what
hell's
that is.
that?
Okay, I didn't play. I've never played Sudoku.
But have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I know
There.
what it is.
The whole
I have friends
point is,
that
have
Don't
you
look
heard
at
of
me
these
like
games?
this. We're not
See?
doing this.
There
Again,
we go.
don't turn the other way.
Here we go.
Go back and work. Go do
No,
something.
Adam, you weren't born. I don't.
Guys, I was outside as a kid.
I was
A majority
too.
of the time.
That's why I'm skinny.
What do you
like
want from me?
this.
Huh? What do you want?
I tried, guys. I'm sorry.
I played
I
like
tried.
7 hours outside.
I tried to pull this thing
But
back
at
on the
least
road.
I
We're,
know what stuff is. It's called the
Sudoku is for
internet.
old people. Thank you. Maybe in 30 years I'll play it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? Is it? I don't know.
Just because
I've seen more old. I've seen.
Guys,
Yeah,
I played.
it's
I
an
played
older
games
game.
Like
It's an
pinball
older game.
growing up. That's what I did.
Yeah, I played.
I didn't
pinball.
play fucking Operation or Battleship.
Yahtzee's another game he didn't know what it was.
Yahtzee?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Don't
You see what we deal with?
don't do it, Gabby. Don't do it. We got to work today. Be
See
very
it?
careful what you say here.
Fish.
Yeah. Yes, Jeff Iafrate.
We're gonna take a break.
Me and you see an eye to eye in a lot of these things.
We do.
That's why I love you.
Well,
Fish.
hey, every Wednesday we're doing a segment. We're going to quiz
What
Adam
the
on
hell is
different
ball
things.
and paddle?
Thanks, Westfall.
What?
Before Adam says, if I ever got a paddle and a ball in my Christmas gift, I'd be upset.
I would tell my mom to fuck herself.
Yeah.
I would tell my
or
mom,
that.
F you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, most kids are
What
just,
is it?
It's a paddle with a ball attached to it.
Yeah,
You're
you
like-
never. Yeah, you
know,
never.
can like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that motion.
I am thankful I never played with that growing up.
I don't want to do that motion.
How
again,
stupid
but-
is that?
But you say that. What if you got it as a kid?
Looks
You'd
like
be
you're
happy.
masturbating.
No, God damn. All right, go to break. All
Okay,
right,
but
let's get
as a
out of here. I'm
kid,
done.
you get
God.
a ball and a string. You yo-yo. Do you know what a yo-yo is?
Yes, I know what a yo-yo
Okay,
is.
thank God. I was gonna. Wow, good. It's
Two
similar to
girls
yo-yo.
in a cup? What the hell is that?
No, we need to do a break.
Yeah,
We're not.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're not. Oh, is that something else?
No,
Yeah,
that's
that is something
that's
else.
you don't need to
We
see.
can move
That's what I
on.
like to hear.
No,
But
you
I'm
don't.
still-
No, you don't. You don't.
I'm still disappointed you don't know what
You don't
that
wanna
is.
see that one.
but
Let's go to break. When we
you
get
can go away
back,
on that.
We're done.
when we get back, top of the. I can't do this anymore. Two
You
of the
have
next
no
three
life.
games are very, very important. Hell, all three. Will
Right
the
for
season
Adham,
be a
everybody.
disappointment if they lose two of the next three, or if they lose one of the next three? Who knows? We'll play out the scenarios, whether or not the Lions make the playoffs coming up in just a bit. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, this is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com for more information.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Motor City Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year. Sleigh bells ring and caroling, songs of love and cheer. Lights shine over me and you, walking down Woodward Avenue.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and Happy New Year from the Feldman Automotive family.
For Detroit, by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
No, we're not doing that, number one. Number two, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show. Fish, you shut the hell up. It's 9:15. Don't say a fucking word, Fish. Mute your mic. We're not doing that right now. You shut the fuck up. You wave your hand and you mute your mic. We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show, live. Shut the hell up, Westfall. WoodwardSports.com. I'm not getting any of this shit from you either. Suck it and zip it. All right?
Why do you gotta...
Shut it.
Okay, there you go.
Shut it.
Adam.
Shut it! Not doing that right now.
We're the most important people here. Alex, let's go on strike. Let's just walk out. See what they'll do.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Jeff, walk me through the next three games.
Yeah.
Is it a disappointment if they lose two of the next three, or if they only lose one but they miss out?
The word disappointment, it's a tough one because I don't think...
doesn't mean not successful.
Right.
But is it disappointing?
Yes, I would say that. I think if you're talking about disappointing, are you disappointed in not making the playoffs after the run the Lions have been on? Yes, but that doesn't take away from what they've accomplished this season. The fact they were 1-6, and now you've won 6 of 7. If they make the playoffs and they win out, they would win 9 out of their last 10 games, which would make them the second team in NFL history since 1970, the Bengals, to make the playoffs after starting 1-6. So if they accomplish that, of course, regardless if they win a playoff game or not, just getting there and being in the conversation, playing meaningful December football is the best thing you could take out of the season. Lions fans, they're the most locked in we've been since, 2017. So I think everybody can say they've enjoyed what they've seen. Now, with new information, you're allowed to change your opinion. And with new information, this team has won 6 out of 7. They're one of the hottest teams in football. Now the expectations change. Now you look at the next 3 games and you say, well, we could beat Carolina. We can beat Chicago. We've already beat them before. We can beat Green Bay in Lambeau. That's where I think the disappointment, it's now shifted. Before, when you're 1-6 and you're winning these games, you're playing with house money. Now the fact that you're in a legitimate playoff picture, you're on the graphic, as they say, expectations change, and I do think Lions fans would be disappointed, but that's okay. It's okay to have expectations for your team. It's the same argument I made for Michigan fans. That's why I believe you got to go win the Natty. Go win the Natty. I don't want to hear that, well, they've made it. You have an opportunity this year with the field and how it looks. Go out and beat TCU. Go out and beat either Georgia or Ohio State. It's the same thing I'm going to say for the Lions. Win the next 3 games, make the playoffs, and you have an opportunity to face an NFC team that you match up well with to win your first playoff game in over 30 years. Go do it. There is going to be disappointment for Lions fans if they don't do it. Doesn't mean it diminishes the rest of the season. I think you can be even more excited for next season. You can be excited for the young players. You can be excited for Dan Campbell, and so on and so forth. But yes, Adam, to answer the question, there is going to be disappointment if they lose 2 out of the 3, because these next 3 games, we've seen them beat better opponents previously. It would be, in my eyes, if you lose to Carolina this week, it's an upset. I'm sorry. That's what I look at it like. The Lions are a better team right now than the Panthers. Don't lose 2 out of the next 3. You just can't.
I'm going to say yes, it would be disappointing if they didn't win 2 of the next 3. Let's start there. That doesn't mean their season wouldn't have been quite the roller coaster and in some ways successful. But you're here. You're 7-7. You're playing Carolina, your favorites. You're playing Chicago. You're going to be the favorites.
Right.
You're going to go to Lambeau against a team that may be out of the playoff contention, who may be starting Jordan Love, even if it's Aaron Rodgers. He's been a shell of himself this year. The way you've been playing, I'm encouraged that you can go out and win 2, or dare I say even the next 3 games. But, yeah, I do think it's disappointing if they lose 2. I do. That would be a disappointment.
Yeah.
Not that, again, that they haven't shown great signs, great developmental steps, that they haven't developed as individuals and as a team. No, that doesn't take away anything. But, the reality is, you're here, it's in front of you, Seattle, Washington. You're in a better situation. Your schedule is easier than those teams because they got to play the Niners, they got to play the Cowboys, they got to play the Eagles, right? This isn't a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. You have expectations going into your final 3 games. So I'm actually really excited for it, Jeff.
Yeah.
I do think disappointing, yes, just like if Michigan loses to TCU. That is disappointing.
It is.
And that would be more of a failure because you should beat TCU. Just like the Lions should beat Carolina. Like they should beat Chicago. That's where my mind is going the next 2-3 games.
And it doesn't shift away from how bright the future is. Because Terry Foster talked about this yesterday on Big D, and I love the point he brought up. We've seen the Lions win 6-7 games in a row. They did it with Wayne Fontes. We've seen them turn around their seasons after struggling. They did that with Wayne Fontes. What you didn't see is a future. And I completely agree with Terry. Now, Terry's been around a lot longer than me, but at least in my lifetime, you've seen guys, or you've seen teams, but they've done it with older players, or they weren't able to keep certain players. The Lions, you see the future. These guys aren't going nowhere. They're in under rookie contracts, so you can build off of this season. Now, next season, they can't go 1-6. I mean, you got to start with an above 500 record. But that should get Lions fans excited. No matter how disappointed you may feel if they lose 2 of the next 3, it doesn't take away anything for what they're building for the future. Future's still incredibly bright.
I do agree. There's a lot to look forward to, man. It's a good time of the year. They're 7-7. They've worked their way back. They've done a hell of a job. And the last question I have for you before we move on, and we'll get to our bets, we'll get to our predictions and all that and more coming up. My last question to you, Jeff, is what is the expectation going into Carolina? What is the expectation down the stretch in the final 3 games?
I want them to look like the better team, like they have looked. I don't want to see the Lions, especially early on, assert your dominance. They've won the last stretch of games up front with their defensive line, with their front 7, with their offensive line. I want to continue to see that, especially the Panthers. Like, what do they bring offensively that terrifies you? The Lions are a better team than the next 3 teams they face. They're a more complete team than the next 3 teams they face. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the Lions go down 17-3 against the Panthers early. You got to look like the better team, because I'm telling you right now, I don't want them to sneak into the playoffs. I want them to roll into the playoffs. Take care of these next 3 teams. Look like the big bad monster the Lions look right now, a team that nobody wants to play. And just be disciplined like they have been. The turnovers, they haven't done it. The penalties, clean those up. I want to see, especially from a coaching perspective, these guys ready to play, ready to execute. The mistakes are going to be there, but don't look like the more undisciplined team every single week. They've looked great. Continue that. That's all I want to see. We'll see where it goes. But Carolina's a good defense. That's the best defense you have left on the schedule. They're going to test you. But I'm curious to see how this offense responds, because you have back-to-back weeks against the Jets and against the Carolina Panthers. It's a good test for this offense moving forward, especially down the stretch, if they can make a playoff run. Because whoever you face in the playoffs, the only team that has a defense comparable to these teams is San Francisco. So it's priming you up for a matchup. If you face the Vikings, bring them on, baby. Bring them on. I can't wait.
All right, let's take a break. Apologize. We'll be right back. Who has the advantage going into Sunday? Who has the better matchup? We'll go position by position. The Lions offense, the Lions defense, Carolina offense, Carolina defense. We'll get your thoughts on the game. Of course, 9:41, my bets, along with predictions for the final score. We'll get to that and so much more. But before we do, I got to tell you about our good friends over at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
All I want for Christmas is a Lions win, the Pistons in the playoffs, and the Red Wings to dominate. I don't ask for much.
I'm asking for a punt! A single punt!
And I've been really good this year.
Oh, you're so naughty. You're so naughty.
Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about my good friend, Michael Phillips, the best in the game. He's been in it for over 23 years. He's helped me and my family, and he'll help yours. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, he's the go-to option. Give him a call. What are you waiting for? 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Jeff, we'll start with the same breakdown that you expected to have versus the Jets. We knew the Jets' defense would pose problems, more problems likely than Carolina. But who has the advantage going into Sunday, the Lions' offense or the Carolina defense?
I'm going to say this is the same. It's a tough one because I gave the slight edge to the Jets last week because they're at home, and you saw that played out. I mean, they gave the offense a lot of problems. I do think it's close, but I have more confidence in this Lions offense because of the different ways they can beat you. And you saw that last week. It doesn't always have to be a Amon-Ra St. Brown. It doesn't have to be a Jameson Williams. Sometimes it'll be a Khalif Raymond. Sometimes it'll be a Brock Wright. Like, that's how dangerous this offense is. So for me, I'm going to give the edge to the offense. I have more faith in Ben Johnson here. I know Carolina has a lot of good pieces, but collectively as a defense, they're all right. They do give up plays. J.C. Horn's a fantastic corner, but like Sauce also is a fantastic corner. The Lions were able to game plan away from him, and I do have faith in Ben Johnson, the ability to do that. In the way Jared Goff's been playing, it's hard not. I'm picking the Lions offense because of that offensive line as well. I mean, you have a top two. I would say the only offensive line behind Philly, the best in the league. They're going to do some damage, and they're going to be well prepared, and they know what's at stake. Give me the Lions offense. I got more faith in them slightly over this Panthers defense, even on the road.
I'm going to agree. I do think the Panthers pose problems. Brian Burns, J.C. Horn, a good front seven. Stopping the run will probably be at the top of their priority list. They're probably going to look at the Jets game and say, how do we replicate that performance? How do we avoid giving up red zone scores? That's going to be a big one. But the Lions have too many solutions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Jameson Williams. We'll see how he expands and he grows into the offense. You're going to have Jamal Williams, of course, as usual. DeAndre Swift, Justin Jackson. That's a whole dynamic in the backfield. You have a very, very good offensive line. And, of course, Jared Goff, who's playing at a Pro Bowl level. Now, he needs to play 70% of what he's done at home on the road. He's struggled. But he was good against the Jets. I don't think he was very good or, up to his standards, but I thought he was good against the Jets. It's a difficult defense. I think he'll be better than that this week. Again, what solutions do I have for your defense? J.C. Horn is only one secondary player. Brian Burns is only one player on that defense. Good defense, good core. An offense that's committed to running the ball, keeping their defense fresh. And it's a defense that, man, they play well. It's not a joke. It's a very good defense. But I think you have more solutions, Jeff. And at the end of the day, that's the chess game I'm playing. I believe Ben Johnson will find different ways, like he did eventually when it mattered most against the Jets, to get the scores they need to win this game.
The big thing I'm watching, the red zone offense. Can you convert? Last week, I believe they were 0-3 in the red zone. They got to convert. This is the number one team in the NFL in red zone percentage, being able to score touchdowns. I want to see them get back to that this week. So, big test for the offense, but we agree there. Offense has the advantage.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I want to move on now to the Lions' defensive side of the ball. Sam Darnold, right? You've got Chuba Hubbard. You've got Devontae Foreman. It's a formidable run game. DJ Moore at wide receiver. Terrence Marshall, really not the receiver you thought he would be coming out of LSU, but regardless, it's an okay offense. It's an offense that doesn't do well playing from behind. And I look at this Lions defense, and they put in a good performance against the Jets. A bit leaky in man coverage, notably Jeff Okudah on Garrett Wilson last week, but I do find their front seven will be able, and not just will be able to, they will continue to be what they've been the last 5, 6, 7 weeks, Jeff, which is one of the better run defenses. And that's been led by who? Not just Aleem McNeil, Jeff.
Bugs.
But your rookie pass rusher, Aiden Hutchinson, who's been one of the best run support defenders at the edge position all year long.
Yes. And commits.
Lions got a lot of solutions for what the Panthers do well. I don't know if the Panthers can expose this secondary and run all over a defense that hasn't been able to, they haven't given up a 100-yard rusher in how many games in a row now?
Right.
It's unbelievable. So watch out. Watch out. I like the Lions' defensive matchup this week.
And if you look at Carolina, just on the schedule, the most points they scored were against the Falcons. They lost in OT 37-34, and that's with P.J. Walker throwing for over 300 yards. This offense isn't explosive. They just aren't. It's similar to the Jets in terms of how they want to win games. They do need turnovers. You need short field. A short field for this Panthers offense. That's kind of how they work. They're not go 80 yards on you and score. Especially with Sam Darnold, all they ask Sam to do is don't turn the ball over. Pretty much a game manager at this point. So I'm not too worried about the offense. I think, for the Lions defense, this is a more favorable matchup for them because it's not a quarterback. Maybe Sam Darnold gets out with his legs a little bit, but it's not Justin Fields. We know they've struggled against running quarterbacks. Sam Darnold's not as mobile as those guys, and he doesn't have the arm, at least the accuracy, because he does put the ball in bad spots occasionally. I'm going to give the advantage here to the Lions, especially how they've been playing the run over the last 3 games. Better than the San Francisco 49ers against the run over the last 3 games? Come on. I mean, you got to have more confidence with how this team's been playing defensively as of late, even on the road. So I'm going with the Lions on both sides. They got the advantage. No question. And that speaks to Aaron Glenn, too, because this defense, man, over the last 6, 7 weeks, they've turned it around. They've really looked night and day compared to early in the year. Players are getting better. They're getting healthier. Romeo Okwara, now back. I mean, his first game back, playing significant snaps, gets 2 sacks. This pass rush, man, it's going to be a problem.
It is. It is going to be a pass rush, and we've already alluded to the run defense. The Lions, again, have been much better. They're offering different solutions. They're playing at a different level, and Aaron Glenn deserves a lot of that credit, of course.
Yeah, he does.
So, are you really worried about what Carolina is going to do to you? More so what you are going to do to yourself, right? Not beating yourself, not turning the ball over, forcing takeaways like you have the last 13 consecutive games,
right.
Stopping the run like you have the last 7 weeks. That's what it is. And if I were to ask you a simple question, Jeff, which team do you have more confidence in delivering your expectations going into the game? I think last week that would have been a toss-up. I would have said, man, that Jets defense, though, having a different conversation. But, I'm going to lean 55%, 45%. I'm going to go with the Lions here because of the offense. This week, I think it's night and it's not even close, actually. The Lions check all the boxes this week against Carolina. Carolina doesn't do anything better than the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, that is what it is. The one question I do have defensively for the Lions is that secondary. Because you see flashes, but they have this habit of giving up big plays. And you saw last week, a lot of those 50-50 balls for Zach Wilson were completed. I know he had that one pick, and it was a terrible throw that Jerry Jacobs capitalized on. But I want to see the secondary tighten up a little bit. I don't want to see, because Sam Darnold, if he puts the ball in a way for Jeff Okudah, Jerry Jacobs, whoever's out there, Kirby Joseph, I want to see him get back to that form we saw previously. They got to capitalize. You can't give up those 50-50 balls, especially to DJ Moore. He's going to be a tough guy to guard. We know the talent he has. But still, my biggest question is still with the secondary, because I'm curious. I'm a little shaky with the secondary as of right now. It still needs a lot of work. They give up big plays, but then they show up when it matters. So
the red zone defense has been good.
Red zone defense has been good.
And yes, they do give up big plays, but you worried about Sam Darnold making some of those throws and DJ Moore beating you over the top, or Terrence Marshall?
Just to give you an idea, I wasn't worried about Zach Wilson. He still had over 300 yards. I mean,
yeah, but how much of those were...
They were throw it up, and hopefully he comes down with it.
I mean, some of them, the Garrett Wilson ones weren't,
down the stretch, were good throws. But he had a couple of those throws. He had the one throw where he was hit while being sacked, and you're screaming, pick, boom. I forgot who came down with it. But those plays...
Oh, that was an awful throw.
You can't allow those things. I mean, CJ to go completely free down the field on Kirby Joseph.
Yep.
You can't let those things happen. That you just can't. Even if it's Sam Darnold. He's a quarterback in the NFL. I mean, as bad as he is, he can complete a wide open pass. So we'll see. For the most part.
Well, look,
not all the time.
Let's take a quick pause. When we get back, my best bets coming up, of course. We'll give our Lions game day predictions. We'll get your predictions in the chat as well. All that and more coming up. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Syntron.
Well, let me tell you about our friends at Syntron, because, guys, if you're getting up this morning, you're looking outside, and you're like, screw that. I'm not going to work. I'm not doing any of this. Drink some Syntron, because it'll change your mind. It's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. But on top of that, they combine all 3 of their flavors, cranberry, sugar-free, original, all into one box for you to purchase. You can pre-order your Syntron 6-pack sampler box today at CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Syntron.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle, baby, talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. And as always, one of my favorite segments. We crushed it last week, by the way, Fish. We did well. We did well. We're up big this year. We're close to 60%. So I'm feeling good.
I'll clap it up for that. That's pretty good.
60%, not bad if you ask me. A lot of underdogs we've been betting lately.
Good.
So we're going to continue the trend as always because you guys know I'm a big fan of underdogs. But this one is an alternate, and it's going to be with the Detroit Lions, actually.
Oh.
We are going to... wow.
That scares me.
Well, way to go with that one, Adam. We are going to take the Lions on an alternate spread.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite bets of the weekend. I don't want to say it's my lock of the weekend. I'm not going to say it's the lock, but it's one of my favorite bets because of how much money it makes me. And we're going to take the Lions at minus 9.5. The Lions to win by 10 points or more. You can get it at plus 240. That's one of my favorite bets this weekend. We'll start there. Of course, we got to go to the Giants and Vikings game. The Vikings coming off a thrilling, historic comeback win over the Indianapolis Colts, and they will follow that epic performance up by losing to the New York Giants, who will likely clinch a playoff spot by beating the Minnesota Vikings by the underdog. I'm a big fan of the Giants this weekend, plus 176. Free money as always. We'll go to another Saturday matchup. I hinted at this a little earlier. Now, you guys know I've been giving you a lot of underdogs. This one's a little biased. So buyer beware. Give me the Houston Texans to beat the Tennessee Titans as an underdog. Houston win, Tennessee fall out of first place, and it all falls into my elaborate plan of the Jaguars winning the division that I told you before the year started.
You did.
That's the third game. The fourth game, we're going to go to the Saturday evening, or I would say mid-afternoon game, which is the Niners and the Commanders. This one has blowout written all over it. The Washington Commanders are going to lose pretty badly. Give me the Niners to cover the 7 points. Give me the spread. You can get it at even money, minus 104. That's my fourth bet of the day. And then to cap it off, we'll go to Sunday.
Yes.
The Denver Broncos will do the... tongue twister. The Denver Broncos will do the Detroit Lions right. They will go on the road as as favorites and beat the Los Angeles Rams. Baker Mayfield likely to throw 3 interceptions, and I am here for it.
Yeah.
So, just to recap, the Lions alternate 9.5 points to win. Giants money line, Texans money line, Niners to cover the 7 points, and the Denver Broncos money line. You want to parlay it? $100 pays out $7,000. $10 pays out $730. So, bet however you'd like. I'd probably recommend betting the $10 with a chance to win $700. I'm feeling good. This looks to me like a 5-0 weekend. I never say it. I never try to jinx myself. We've done it once this year, a perfect 5-0, a ton of 4-1s, lots of 3-2s. We've only had one losing record, actually, this whole season, where I think we went, 1-4, Fish? I think we had a 1-4 weekend. It was only one time. The rest were absolute winners. But I'm feeling good about this, man.
Haven't you had a bunch of 3-2s?
A lot of 3-2s, a few 4-1s, and one 5-0. And I think this one's going to be the 5-0.
Good. Give everyone some Christmas joy.
Giants. Lions, 9.5. Giants, money line. Texans, money line. Niners to cover 7 points, and Denver, money line. I'm feeling it.
I like it.
I'm feeling good about it, man. I like it. $100 pays out 7 G's. If you only want to put $10, it pays out $700.
Mike Townstead, WoodwardSports.com says Washington will cover. Shanahan as a big favorite is horrible.
What makes you believe Washington will cover, please? They struggled at home against the New York Giants. They're going on the road to San Francisco with Brock Purdy and an offense that is electric and dynamic and a defense that is suffocating and will force Taylor Heineke to throw multiple interceptions. Yeah, give me the touchdown. Come on. Come on, guys. Chase Young is back. Boy, that changes the game. That changes the game. Let's get to the Lions game. Westfall, poll in the chat. Who wins on Saturday? The Detroit Lions, Carolina Panthers. All of you can answer in the poll and drop your comments. Give us your final score predictions. Jeff, I'll start with you. Who wins? What's the score? How does the game play out?
So, I think it'll be an ugly game early. I think maybe the first quarter starts off a little slow, but I do think the Lions offense starts figuring it out. And the defense, I do think they do well against the run. They've proven that over the last couple weeks. I think they'll do well against this Panthers offense. My final score, I have 24-14. I have the Lions winning by 10, so we agree there. That means they cover, and your bet. I don't think they score above 24 just because this defense, I'm giving them that respect. And you're on the road, and the conditions, it's 30 degrees. It's going to be around there. It'll be cold. But the big thing is the turnovers. That's you got to win the turnover battle. That's the number one thing I'm looking at, and not being the more undisciplined team to where it's affecting you and setting your offense back. Because I'm telling you right now, if you turn the ball over and you give this Panthers offense that isn't very good at short field, they're going to be able to capitalize, or at least settle for something. They're going to be able to get points. Give me the Lions winning 24-14. I think they get out of there with a win and keep their playoff hopes alive.
Very interesting. I'm going to go 27 Detroit, 16 Carolina. Detroit win by 11. I think offensively the Lions just offer too much. I don't know, and I don't see how Carolina does anything really to limit their offense. This is going to be a standard 24, 26, 27, 30-point even performance from the Lions. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to go 27-16. Lions to win. The red zone defense holds up. They force Carolina to kick field goals, and it eventually puts Sam Darnold in situations he doesn't want to play in, which is playing from behind, down 2 possessions. They'll score late. They'll make it a respectable game, but overall the Lions handled this game easily. 27-16. The Lions, they improved to 8-7, and the Commanders lose, and the Seahawks lose to the Chiefs, which means the Lions propel themselves into this top spot of the number 7 seed this week. They will jump in.
What a Christmas present.
It's a great Christmas present.
Waking up, the Rams lose.
You will wake up Monday morning to me and Jeff doing blow, and the Lions having the number 7 seed, because the Washington Commanders would have lost, the Seattle Seahawks would have lost, and the Lions would have beaten the Carolina Panthers, meaning I have another excuse to smoke a hookah on a Monday. I can do blow on a Monday. I'll probably do it off this mic right here.
Okay, hold on.
What? What? It's not illegal.
I mean, Adam hasn't gotten canceled yet, so he can do whatever he wants.
Right?
Come on. Don't make me get.
Come on. What are you gonna act? Well, you're not my dad right now. Relax.
No, I might pull out the cigar on Monday. We'll see. We'll see. Depending on how the result goes.
Yeah.
You know, if the Lions get a good win, we'll definitely be celebrating. Think about it. As a Lions fan, in the same weekend, you clinch a playoff spot, or you're in the picture, and your pick moves up even higher. At the same time, we don't have to have the debate, should the Lions win or should they lose, or what the draft pick. Both are going to happen. I'm going to speak it into existence. You're going to have a top 3, top 4 pick, and you're going to be in the playoff picture. Man, what a time to be a Lions fan.
Echo Bastian asks, what do y'all use to place your bets? I want to give it a shot. Bastian, I use FanDuel. FanDuel is my go-to one. FanDuel is my personal preference. Westfall, $10, pays out $700. I know you like those bets. Alternate spread with the Lions. Giants money line. Underdogs on the road at Minnesota. I like it. San Francisco to cover. Huh?
Pick wisely,
Houston as an underdog.
Don't do it.
Houston against Malik Willis, the guy you dumb motherfuckers here at the network and watching at home wanted with the number 2 overall pick. I didn't forget. Don't worry. I'll never let you live it down.
Don't do it, Westfall. No.
And then, of course, the Broncos, who will do us all a favor and beat the Los Angeles Rams. No?
Hope so, on Christmas.
No? No? I love it.
I love this comment, Anthony White. I'm not trying to say that Jeff comes across as mid, but you got Adam talking about doing blow off the mic, and you come back with a stogie. Mid people do mid things.
I mean,
yeah, there's levels to this. Listen, my celebration Keep it classy. All right, I might have a
Am I
a
not
stogie.
classy with my celebration? Well,
Hey, you're
the hell is that
wild.
supposed to mean?
Is blow classy? I don't know. Is that?
I mean, it's
That's
not
a little
classy.
wild.
What am I? I'm not a stripper. What? I mean, what are we doing here? I'm not a prostitute off the corner of Woodward doing blow, right? I'm a guy talking about sports, enjoying myself on a Monday morning when my team wins.
How do you not?
How do you not? How do you not?
How do you not?
I'll stick being mid. I'll stay mid.
We drafted cocaine, didn't we?
We did.
Did the Lions not draft the cocaine?
Metaphorically,
They
yes.
drafted cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not literally.
So I have every right to do what I'm about to do on Monday.
Jesus.
And I will not apologize for it.
I'll smoke my.
And I have a special surprise, by the way.
I'll smoke my mid stogie.
He's going to love it.
Oh.
Why am I gonna love
Fish
it?
is going to be so proud of me on Monday.
Am I? Okay.
If the Lions win.
Okay.
If they win, I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. I'll be wearing something. And
Okay.
you won't believe it.
Okay. I have
can't
an
wait.
idea.
Take a guess. I'll tell you yes if you get it right.
Well, isn't it soccer related?
No. Fish, I swear sometimes I think you're a dumb fuck.
Why
We're
am I
talking
looking at
about
me
the
like I'm an
Lions.
idiot? Well, I know, but you said something I'd like. So I'm
Yes,
going off
He
of...
did say that.
Yes.
Well, are you wearing a lion Santa costume? What am I... Why are you looking at me like I'm an idiot?
It's a dartboard, Fish. You can pursue your professional dart playing career. That's what we're gonna do.
What did I do wrong now?
It was one of the lower points in my life.
It was one of the lower points in my life.
What do I do? Huh?
Yeah, this.
What do I do? All of you, huh? You're watching.
What am I supposed to say?
Zip it.
How do you all know it? Because you told them, you ding dong. I could use a
Nope.
ding dong right now.
No.
Sounds about good right now.
No. Zip it. I'm disappointed in you.
Okay.
What do I do with Fish? New
We'll
poll in
talk
the
after
chat.
the show.
Fire him. Kill him.
I feel like we've had this chat
Keep 'em.
before.
Wait, we had a bunch of them
Fire
before,
him.
yeah?
Keep him or kill him. Those are your three options.
I'd prefer not to be
And then when
killed.
we get back, we'll take your questions. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Guardian Alarm.
Well, guys, hopefully the Lions defense shows flashes of what Guardian Alarm consistently provides to your home, and that's protection. They'll give you peace of mind while you're inside, staying out of this horrible, horrible winter storm. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT today and make sure you have protection. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Let them know your friends at Woodward Sports Center.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
All I want for Christmas is a Lions win, the Pistons in the playoffs, and the Red Wings to dominate. I don't ask for much.
I'm asking for a punt! A single punt!
And I've been really good this year.
Oh, you're so naughty. You're so naughty.
Woodward Sports.
All right, Ryan Romani has been on a journey since he started losing weight. Went from 7 chins to 2, and I'm very, very proud of him. You can check him out 2 to 4 every day, thanks to Dr. Jason and our good friends over at Custom Health Centers. Alex, you had a comment you wanted to share with us before we hit the break, no?
Sure.
Read it off, please.
Fish wanted me to share this one.
I did. Yeah, you can get. Yeah, it's fine.
Rick in the chat says Fish went to Chili Pepper's tan, but was kicked out because they didn't have enough power to tan that 14-inch summer sausage.
I mean,
I mean, is he wrong?
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's right.
Is he incorrect?
I'll just go no comment, I guess.
I'm telling you, when I say this guy tucks it in his socks,
oh God,
he tucks it in his socks. I'm not lying to you.
Oh God. Adam, 2 questions. What's your favorite flavor of shisha? And second, if the Lions make a playoff game this year, do we see the first one since '91? Go Blue and go Lions, baby, asks Jordan.
I do think the NFC is in a rough spot.
My favorite flavor is, I'm going to go with a tropical white gummy bear right now is my favorite at the moment. I'm a big fan of anything with mint, grape mint, tropical mint. Those are always good. A bit strong, but always good. And then if the Lions make the playoffs, I do think they'll win a playoff game. They're just too difficult to deal with. They're a hot team, and the worst thing to play as a playoff team, or the worst opponent, is getting one of those teams that are hot going in, right? The Eagles, or not the Eagles, excuse me, the Giants all those years ago. That's a tough one.
Herb Nash, we go 2-0 going into the Green Bay game. Are you nervous about Aaron Rodgers playing spoiler?
No.
I am.
Aaron Rodgers plays like shit all year. You think I'm worried? No. Why? That would be a 9-7 team rolling into Lambeau with all of its future probably already decided. They probably would have already locked up playoffs. And even if Rodgers would play spoiler and they're somehow 8-7 going into that game, and there's 8-8, excuse me, and their season's on the line too. Aaron Rodgers has been off all year. He has no chemistry with his receivers.
I get that, but you're only as good as you are right now, and they're 2-0. So I get.
They're going to be 0-2 by the time they play the Lions, because they play the Dolphins and the Vikings, and they're losing both games.
So coming off back-to-back losses, they face the Lions at home in Lambeau, and you're not concerned?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. I am concerned, but I think the Lions can beat them.
Adam, do you think this parlay has a chance to hit Hutch Defensive Rookie of the Year, Parsons Defensive Player of the Year, Peterson Coach of the Year? Nah, it's done, man.
Yeah.
It's done, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Peterson one's definitely done, and I don't think Hutch surpasses Sauce this year.
Adam, what are your thoughts on waiting for drafting a quarterback and go after Michael Penix next year? Nicholas, I'd rather die. The guy's had, ACL surgeries on both knees? Yeah, I'll pass on that.
Yeah, maybe on the passing on a quarterback this year, but not pursuing Michael Penix. I think that's up to Brad Holmes, man. I like Michael Penix, but I don't know about that one. Think we should go.
What else we got?
What do we got for Mailbag Jeff? Do you think we should make Adam go see the new Avatar movie with Fish and get the reviews on the film? I could see Adam leaving within the first 30 minutes.
No, I wouldn't stay for the first minute. I would walk up and say, "Fuck all of you in here watching this movie right now," and I would leave.
That's a little harsh.
Sorry. That's why we try to avoid going out in public.
At Jeff, if the Lions make the playoffs, do you think we can go to San Fran and win?
No. You're not ready.
That's tough. That's
it would take
tough.
quite the upset. It would take quite... Guys, anything's possible in the NFL. Any given Sunday, of course.
Absolutely.
I don't want to diminish your chances, but come on. Realistically, on the road, San Francisco.
And you got Brock Purdy. If he melts down, then maybe, yes. But that defense, man, is a problem. And their offense, they got weapons. Even if Brock Purdy's just a game manager, it's a tough team to play, especially on the road.
All right, what else we got? Hutchinson will win Rookie of the Year. I don't know. That's a tough one. Sauce Gardner, really, for me, is still the leader.
Yeah, I think he
was literally avoided by the Detroit Lions this past Sunday. Did you guys see the Juwan Howard getting held back? Yeah. I don't know about that guy. I don't want to say anything because I'm not too caught up on it. I don't pay attention to college basketball. During the NFL season, it's fucking stupid. Nobody cares about it. But apparently Juwan Howard, again, another classless incident. What do you know? Shocker, shocker. Mailbag, Merry Christmas, Adam and Jeff. Hope you guys don't get Lincoln Logs from Fish. Oh, God. Mailbag, can we have a segment where Adam plays board games?
I'm bringing in games next week. Tech Deck.
All right, we'll do it. Don't bring in Tech Deck. I'm not doing that shit.
What do you mean you want Tech Deck?
I play with my fingers. Wow. Get out of here, Fish.
Jeff, would you want to see Adam play for Tech Deck on the show?
Oh, I would love to.
See?
Crazy Clown says San Francisco has Purdy as quarterback. He's not as good as everybody thinks. He's a third-string quarterback. Crazy Clown, it doesn't matter. I could go quarterback the Niners, and I could maybe get to the NFC title game. They're loaded, and oh wait, Kyle Shanahan is doing all the thinking for his quarterbacks. Stop it. Kyle Shanahan built a system where he doesn't even need a quarterback. He needs an average to maybe competent quarterback, and he has uber success. 2 NFC title games, 1 Super Bowl appearance. Come on. Stop it. Let's see. I feel bad for tomorrow if you guys are the young people, no morals. Wait, what? What? What does that mean?
I don't know. Mailbag, if we get the 7th seed, could we beat Minnesota and Philly in the second week, making it to the NFC Championship?
I think you can beat Minnesota. Philly would be a tough out, but I'd still give you a shot.
Yeah. That's where we are at with this team. You give them a shot. Minnesota, I do think they could beat Minnesota, even on the road. You saw that early in the year, and I don't trust Kirk Cousins, especially in the playoffs, so we'll see. Jared Goff's got the advantage there.
Disagree, Adam. San Francisco is no Philly. No, my friend. Philly is not San Francisco. There's a big fucking difference.
With Jimmy G, 49ers and Eagles.
With Brock Purdy, they can still beat the Eagles. You tell me tomorrow. NFC title game. San Francisco on the road against Philly.
With Brock Purdy?
Yes, Brock Purdy versus Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I'm putting my money on Kyle Shanahan.
I'm putting my money on the Eagles.
You got a lot of balls,
Brock
man.
Purdy.
With betting against Kyle Shanahan. You got some balls, dude. You got some balls. Adam, I think you enjoy a toy called Swanky. It's great and a wonderful toy. What the hell is that? A Swanky?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Well, there's also
Slinky?
there's also a Slinky. Is that what you're thinking of?
I thought he said Swanky.
I mean, there could be a Swanky, but a Slinky.
Do
you know
It's
what?
another thing you have no idea.
Do you know what
San
a
Francisco getting too much credit
Cutting me off
with a
with
backup
that.
quarterback. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. I don't think you watch enough San Francisco 49er games.
No,
they do everything well. They have an all-pro player at almost every single position.
You're right.
And they're able to win with a backup quarterback convincingly against the Buccaneers, convincingly against multiple teams. Stop it. Stop it.
He ain't better
Wake up.
He ain't better than Gardner Minshew.
Do you know what a Slinky is?
And in Kyle Shanahan's system, yes, he is.
I'm joking.
God.
I'm joking.
Eagles without Hurts wouldn't beat San Francisco, but with a healthy Hurts, I wouldn't know. That would be a good one. Oh,
Yeah.
Flock, I agree. It'd be a great game. But I'm putting my money on Kyle Shanahan. Let's wrap it up. We're out of here. Thank you guys so much. Jeff, your final score, you gave it. I got 27-16 for the Lions.
24-14.
There you have
Lions
it. Lions
victory.
winning this Saturday. Check us out tomorrow on the Lions pregame show. Until tomorrow, be safe. Don't drive like a jackass. Please don't get in an accident so I can go home later today. You all have a blessed day. We're out of here.
Merry Christmas. Have a great weekend. Go enjoy all the sports. How do you not go Lions?